Hello friends, welcome to this session on Learn, Teach, Learn with me. In today's session, I'm going to talk about the different stages, the emotional stages that people go through whenever there is a change happening. It could be agile transformation or any kind of change happening in an organization or your personal life. Before we talk about that, let's talk about a psychologist, Elizabeth Kusler Ross. What she did was she spent a lot of her time working and spending time with people who were nearing their end years of life. They're about to die. And while she was having these interviews with those people and their relatives, she observed a way of dealing with that shock of loss when you have the fear that someone close to you will not be there anymore. So the first thing was there was denial. The person who was about to die, that person had a difficulty agreeing or accepting the fact that he will be dying in a couple of months or a couple of days. Their close ones were again in a denial mode. They were not ready to accept what is happening or what was going to happen to them. After the denial, the next stage was of anger. How can it happen with me? Why it is happening with me? There was a lot of anger and resentment. Just the thought that their close ones will be going away. They were not able to cope up with that loss or just thinking about that loss. After anger, the next stage was bargaining, where the person who was about to die or the relatives were bargaining in terms of time, wishing that whatever was happening was not true, and if they could just reverse the time and go back in the past when everything was good. After the bargaining stage, the next stage was of depression, where the energy was going down, people were losing hope, and a lot of negative energy coming around. After the close ones, the relatives and the person, they had dealt with all this depression, going through all these stages of denial, anger, bargaining, depression. The last stage was of acceptance, where the person accepted the fate or accepted the fact that he had limited number of days. Their relatives accepted it and they tried to make the best use of the time available. Now, let's try to put this model in terms of agile transformation or any kind of transformation that you may be going through. The very first thing that happens is there is denial. Right? People say that whatever is going to happen is not happening. It's a fad that will just go away. Then there is anger, because you have two set of groups, you have two set of people, one set wanting to have that change and the other set wanting to have status quo, wanting to have what was working in the past. After the anger, what you have is bargaining, right? As I said, it's like it's a fad, it's going to go away, let's not worry about it, let's continue to work with the earlier mindset, nothing's going to change. They have tried it in the past, they are trying it again, and we will again go back to the waterfall mode of working or the mode of working that we have been comfortable with. After that bargain, the next stage is again depression, where people feel that if agile comes into play, for instance, managers would be thinking, my authority will be challenged. Many people, many team members are comfortable with the command and control mechanism. The whole concept of empowerment is alien to them. And after that, eventually what happens is acceptance. People start accepting that this is the new way of working. This is what we are going to try. We need to have a change in our mindset. So they start working for the mindset shift. Now, all these stages, it's not a linear phase. These stages could be overlapping. So while there is denial, there could be bargain happening in parallel. There could be anger throughout this whole process of transformation. So that's the quick model that I wanted to share in this video. I hope you liked it. Stay tuned for my next video. Thank you.